Welcome to the Hermitcraft Recap. My name is Pixel Riffs, our writer is LoyXP, and thank you to everyone who hung out with us in the chats of the Hermitcraft livestream last weekend. The streams were awesome, it was great to chat to you guys, and guess what? Another stream is happening in just a couple of weeks. Take it away, Azuma.
You can go to hermitcraft.com/livestream if you want to look at that in more detail and get links to all the Hermit's channels. Just in case it's confusing, Impulse and Tango are streaming together again, so that's why there's a gap in the schedule.
And look at that, this time he didn't forget to change the year on the picture to 2017. And for those of you who aren't sure what you'd be missing, here's a taste of the shenanigans the Hermits get up to in their live streams.
Alright. What's he doing? Zed, you are... Oh my god! There's Rambo. Guys, did he blow up all of our stuff? It's all gone. And where is the wither? There it is. Rip the squids.
Now? What do you say now? What say you, I say? Okay, Ren, where did you put my items, Ren? Ren? Did you guys see how they despawned? In front of my eyes, they despawned. In front of my eyes, they despawned. In front of my eyes, they despawned!
And yes, this did set Iskall back as he lost all his tools and valuables right when he announced he would be building this season's Nether Hub.
I mean, what is this? Iskall, what is this?
It's a beautiful... It's very safe. Very, very safe.
Hopefully the hub includes a better shortcut to XP Crafted's portal, seeing as how XP and the rest of the server are in a bit of a long-distance relationship. So long distance, in fact, that it was easier for him to build his own Wither Skeleton farm than run all the way to the community one.
Really? Really? Get off me.
This does not stop him from attending several base tours, nor from having guests over at his woodland mansion, and there's plenty of stuff for its proud owner to showcase, including a new penthouse with ensuite bathroom, and even an auto-brewing minibar. Well, you still have to put bottles in yourself, so this is more like a soda machine.
I like it. This looks pretty freaking cool.
For ingredients, you can now bother Tango Tech, as he now has a mass-producing AFK netherwort farm. He's so in the zone when he's planting it that he probably wouldn't notice if you borrowed a chest or two.
Oh my goodness me, and your head's on backwards. Oh boy. Oh boy, look at you go. Go, Tango, go! Tango, go back the other way, you missed some. Tango, get your head on straight.
The AFK activities seem to be running in the family, as Impulse SV also decides to AFK for XP, attempting to reach 1000 XP levels with his Guardian farm, which of course leads to shenanigans in its own right.
I think he might be jealous. He's just so jealous of all the attention I've been giving this season to these Guardians that he wanted to be one himself, I guess. Look, he even helped himself to some fish.
As if that wasn't enough AFKing, he also sets up a squid farm in a remote desert so he can donate a bunch of ink to Iskall's Nether Hub project. Mumbo Jumbo, meanwhile, is only just getting to the AFK stage of his Guardian farm, setting up the ridiculous killing chamber and a slightly less ridiculous sorting system for the loot bits. There might be a surprise waiting for him in that area, but more on that in the NHO section of the recap. For now, let's all laugh at him as a Mexican cactus.
Is that it?
It's over here. Senor Bambo Cactoni.
Senor. That hat is a work of art. I mean, seriously.
It's good, isn't it?
Yes, Mumbo visited Iskall's base and even helped him set up that falling concrete powder indicator. That wouldn't even be the only time someone's nicked a design from Mumbo this week, as Wells Knight decides to implement the secret staircase Mumbo made forever ago for his castle's secret passages. Having tested the waters in the redstone department, Wells returns to his usual building thing and adds a bunch of peasant houses to the keep, as well as a new dining room. And just in time to get into a castle measuring contest with TFC.
I'm not entirely 100% sure yet. Like I said before, I'm kind of making this up as I go, but it's working.
As contests go, it might not quite be fair, because Wells Knight has the keep and TFC has the walls. Inside those walls, some animal farms are taking shape, but one animal in particular is missing, and before long TFC has embarked on an epic quest for chickens. Python GB, meanwhile, has all the chicken without even leaving his basement, which is an easy achievement when your basement is the size of a city. Aside from a chicken cooker, he adds donkey-accessible raised walkways, because donkeys need somewhere to walk, and decks out the walls with modern-looking glass. If he needs more of that, he might have to go further afield, because Cubfan has completely decimated the community desert for his own glass production. In the meantime, Cub visits XP Crafted's mansion and shows him around his own mushroom island. To blow off some steam, he raids a couple of ocean monuments and gets 5 Elder Guardian heads. Considering Azuma has himself a friendly time challenge and raids a couple of his own, they must be running out of ocean monuments on the server by this point.
2 minutes 58 seconds. Let's call it a 3-minute challenge. That's the score to beat. I've beat it. Can you do better? There's something for you to do in your world.
Azuma's own base is starting to take shape interior-wise thanks to all the off-camera and live-stream work he's been doing. Plus, he now has a spiffy item sorter he, let's say, pirated from Doc M, seeing as how he just copied the design and the original one is still in place. Modern-day pirates don't exactly need ships anymore, but False Symmetry builds one anyway, and it's a pretty one, neatly parked in the newly built docks. Too bad False has now won everything and is quitting the server.
It happened! It happened again, I got it! Guys, oh that's it, I'm done. I can give up now, that's it. Goodbye. I'm ready. Oh, that's it. I've peaked, guys, I've peaked.
Bay watching continues with Joe Hills, who built a second watchtower at the Red Sky Bay to improve the entrance to his mine, and while he's in the mood for infrastructure, he lays the foundations for some more houses and shops, presumably so all the visiting pigs have somewhere to spend their money. Biffa is also setting up a new house, though not where you might expect. Occupying an overworld village apparently wasn't enough for him, as this week he strikes out into the end with the intention of taking over an end city once he's taken care of the locals.
Okay, I need to get a bit closer next time. Let's try not to fall to my death. I didn't realise they were going to hurt me so much.
Still, if it's scary places you want, no need to travel into different dimensions. Stress Monster will bring the spooky stuff right to your doorstep, as her swamplands start looking more and more swampy, and half the sunken houses more and more creepy. Or they would look like that if someone wouldn't skip the night. Well, at least we always have Ijevin to crank up the scares as he decides to keep his villagers in an overgrown cave. What a great guy he is. But wait, there's more! Villager exploits continue as Rendog entraps a couple in the eternal struggle of wheat and beetroot farming, building himself a butt-powered crops farm.
I'm going to be naming these villagers, and they are going to be Jimmy Von Butt and Johnny Von Butt, the Von Butt family.
Also, Rhenium is now called Uranium because copyright or something. And finally, Zedath, when he's not busy maiding at Tango's place, expands the Crystal Enchanting Cave with a spiffy and overcomplicated book delivery system, because water goes great with literature. And with that out of the way, let's move on to NHO News. Cue the theme song.
Never gonna give you up, never gonna let you down, never gonna run around and desert you.
It turns out you guys are not just NHO fans, but you're also big fans of 3D printing, especially when it comes to shulker boxes. Thanks for casting your votes on last week's poll and for supporting Biffa and Jevin with your additional clicks. Iskal had better get on with that nether hub because the NHO is having trouble getting around without it. B-Dubs gets so lost trying to find Renskull Island that he gives up and targets the nearest base, which happens to be Wells Knight's castle. Being a builder, what starts off as a recon mission ends up as a sightseeing tour, give or take a bit of horseplay.
Hey, Wells, look at this! I'm riding your horse and I'm making her love me! Ha 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 ha!
It's easy enough to find Stress Monster's base though, but he doesn't go there looking for trouble, because lately the NHO is seeing enemies in every corner and is in dire need of a friend. And so, setting aside their differences, B-Dubs and Stress join forces this week. Stress is initiated into the NHO, and B-Dubs becomes part of the Allium Alliance. The same alliance which is affiliated with the Revolution. B-Dubs is now his own sworn enemy. To help secure their friendship, Stress and B-Dubs seem to develop some sort of secret code known only to themselves.
The calves were taking a poopsie.
Yeah, having a poopsie on the lawn.
Having a poopsie, that's the one.
Yeah.
All these developments are too much for Doc M to keep up with, and his head explodes. Luckily, it's just the giant replica head Iskall built as a prank. Doc's skull is very much intact, and Doc retaliates by planting a tree at Iskall Island which will explode if he chops it down. Man, the giving tree just got a lot more metal. But that's not the only stunt the NHO pulls at the Revolution's expense this week. They decide to frame Renskall for a prank on Mumbo's Guardian farm. The flavor text is extremely convincing. But they're so convinced by their own deception that they can't remember who they've pranked.
Not
Wait,
Tango. No, not Tango. Not Tango, Doc.
I'm sorry.
Mumbo.
Okay.
Mumbo.
Okay, yeah.
And that's just about it for this week's recap. Our writer is LoyXP and my name is Pixorix. If you want to see me and PythonGB punching aliens in the face, check out our Destiny series in the end cards. And if you want to see Zloy punched in the face by Minecraft in general, check out the debut of his new hardcore survival series. Don't forget to leave a like while you're still here, share this video with the Hermitcraft fans in your life, and subscribe so you won't miss future episodes of the Hermitcraft Recap. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you next week.